Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a good morning, and thank you all for making it today. So, my name is Beryl Okwach. I'll be your trainer for today. I'm a trainer with Impacta. I should be taking you through today's session. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know it's a bit cold. July is approaching and it's very cold, but I hope you're keeping warm, and make sure you don't get ill. So thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Beryl. I'll mention that again. I'll be your trainer for today's session, and on the screen is the topic that you're going to cover today. So this is the first session, building your brand and sell online. This is what we're going to cover today. I have my colleagues with me to help me throughout this session. I have Sandra. She's in the chat section. I think um, she's texted there. You can try and acquaint yourself with her. I also have Lauren and Amarachi. They'll be my moderators for this session. You won't be able to see them. You won't be able to see them, but they'll be on the back end just following up with your questions and inquiries and hoping that this training will go on well. All right. So just before we start, maybe we can also start by introducing ourselves. Hi, Adenike. Hi, Blessing, and Planning Division. I'm sure that's not your name. So maybe to acquaint ourselves with each other, let us introduce ourselves in the chat section and tell us where you're joining us from. If you have a business, you can also tell us the name of your business and what you're dealing with. Let us get to know each other. And I'll also try to encourage you. If you have any questions as we move along throughout the session, make sure you drop your questions, any inquiries. We are all here to learn. So make sure by the end of the session, if you have any questions, they are answered, all right, before we close the session. And it's a 1 hour session. Also, just to communicate with you, we'll have for seamless communication to ensure that you get communication on time and everything. There's a WhatsApp group that you will need to join. So the link to the WhatsApp group will be pasted in the chat section by Sandra. The link to the WhatsApp group will be pasted in the chat section and it will be pinned on the screen as well. So make sure you click on the link and join the WhatsApp group to get information on upcoming sessions throughout this training. All right. So the link will be posted in the chat section. And also just to communicate with you, tomorrow we'll have a second session. This is the first session. Tomorrow there's a second session, same time, that is 10:30, same time tomorrow. So make sure you remember to join in for tomorrow's session. And then coming next week, I understand we are all busy and we have really busy schedules. So next week, as from next week, the sessions will be in the evening, that is around 5 to 6. So just bear with us for today's and tomorrow's sessions that start at 10:30. Okay. And then make sure you click the WhatsApp group link to join so that you can always get information on upcoming trainings. All right. And then to get an opportunity, there's also a chance to win a free website. If you don't have a website, if you need a website for your business, because even in this session, I'm going to cover why it's important to have your brand online. So to get a chance to win a free website, the link will be posted in the chat section. But just to confirm with you, not everyone is eligible for a free website. So depending on the requirements that we have, not all of you will be able to get the free website. But just to increase your chances, make sure you sign up to win the free website, all right? So the link will also be posted in the chat section. All right, so we are 6 minutes in. Hi, Abimbola, Tomisin, thank you so much for joining us. Abimbola is joining us from Ibadan and she's an entrepreneur. Tomisin from Oyo State, founder of Mamalak Food. Yetunde is from Nigeria. All right, so thank you so much for joining us. let us continue introducing ourselves. We are 6 minutes into the training, and we have a lot to cover. So I'll just start the session. If you're ready to start the session, you can drop me an emoji so that I know if I can proceed. If you're ready for us to start the session, drop me an emoji. And just to reiterate, for a chance to win a free e-commerce website, click on the link that's been posted by Sandra. And also remember to join the WhatsApp group for seamless communication. Okay? So I'm waiting for your go ahead. If you're ready for us to start the session, give me a smiley, give me a thumbs up, just or a yes, so that I can know that we are all ready to begin. I am looking at the chat section, so I'm waiting for your go ahead. All right. Elizabeth, thank you. Thank you for joining us from Lagos State. Are you ready for us to start this session? Yes, Elizabeth is ready. Awesome. Do we have anyone else giving me a go ahead to move? I would like for this session to be very, very interactive. So feel free to ask questions, drop your inquiries. I'll be coming back, looking at them and see what I can answer. But also my colleagues, Sandra and Lauren and Amarachi will also be in the chat section helping out with that. Awesome. Thank you, Benita. Thank you so much. Dollar Queen, you're welcome. Kemisola, you're welcome. Okay, so let me start with our session. I did mention this is what we are going to cover today, building your brand and selling online, okay? So for the agenda today, there are 3 things that we're going to cover. The first thing is how to establish your brand online. How do you establish your brand online? How do you make sure that as you put your brand online, it's going to work out for you, and then developing your e-commerce offering. And the last thing you're going to cover is utilizing social media to drive sales. How can you leverage on social media, the tools that are available, and to ensure that you convert at the end of the day, all right? So before we also begin, there's a Google Hustle Academy that's going on. It's a boot camp where you get to learn about digital marketing at a 360-degree coverage, and it's free. So make sure you sign up for the Google Hustle Academy. It's a 1-week boot camp, and you get to learn a lot in terms of, digital marketing, how to prepare yourself for capital, venture capitals, how can you pitch your business to potential investors? All these things will be is part of the content for the Google Hustle Academy. So make sure you sign up for it. The link will also be dropped in the chat section. And then I would also like to know, how do you currently market your business? I have seen in the chat section, most of us are entrepreneurs. Most of us are entrepreneurs. Just give me a second. I'm aware my slides are not moving, so let me just try to fix that in a bit. So if you can see my screen, please let me know. And if it's moving, if you can see my screen, let me know. And if it's moving, let me see. It is not moving. Okay. So just give me a few. Let me try and sort that out. Just give me 1 minute, kindly. So are you able to see my screen now? So I'll drop off the session for a minute and then I'll come back. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Okay. I'm dropping off for a minute and then I'm coming back. Just give me a few seconds. Almost done sorting this. It's a technical issue from my end. All right. But I am sorting that out now. I think you should be able to see my screen now. So are you able to see my screen now? Let me check. All right. Yes, you can see it. So just confirm if you're able to see my screen now. Yeah, so please just confirm with me if you're able to see my screen now. I'm so sorry for that. It's a technical issue from my end, but I think I've sorted that out. So if you're able to see my screen, please let me know. Please let me know if you're able to see my screen. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for confirming with me. All right. I'm sorry about that. So let's just continue with the session. Okay. So I was talking about signing up for the Google Hustle Academy. It's a free boot camp. I think I had gone over that. The link will be posted in the chat section or has already been posted. Make sure you click on it and sign up for the boot camp. All right. And I had posed a question to you. I saw that most of us are entrepreneurs. So how are you currently marketing your business? How are you currently marketing your business? So I'll take a minute to look at the chat section and try and see your responses to that. How are you currently marketing your business? Have you tried the use of social media? Have you tried, is it by word of mouth? How are you currently marketing your business? Okay. How are you currently marketing your business? I know most of us have businesses here. We have businesses, we're entrepreneurs, we're running shops, but do you just wait for walk-in customers, or how do you get your customers? How do you try and market your business? All right. So Lomani says, sorry, can I have the link for the bootcamp? It was posted, just try and scroll up, but the link will be pasted again in the chat section. Make sure you click on it. All right. So Kelechi says social media and word of mouth. Medupelo says social media or some. That is really, really great. I'm glad that you've tried some bit of social media for your own businesses. And I hope it's really working out for you. If it's not, you can also tell us what is, what challenges you're experiencing. We can try and give a few insights from our end and see if it's going to help you overcome that. All right. So Elizabeth says she uses word of mouth and her status. Sharike says on social media and word of mouth. Those are really, really great responses. I'm glad that we are working on social media. So like I mentioned, we have 3 topics that we're going to cover today, 3 agendas. And the first one will be how to establish your brand online. And I'll ask a question again. What benefits are brought to businesses by going online? So I've seen some of us have tried the use of social media. So what benefits have accrued from, having your business online? What benefits have you gained so far from having your business online? Okay. Adenike says social media platforms and word of mouth. All right. So what are the kind of benefits that you've gained so far from having your business online? Let me see if the social media is working out for you. So what are some of the benefits that you have gained from having your business online? Has your business gained more awareness? Has your sales increased? I mean, what has worked for you by having your business online? Christiana says more people get to see my business through social media. You're right. So that's, I think, basically the power of digital. because you get to reach more people who are not even just centralized in the locality at which your business is located in. So you get to reach out more people outside your geographical location. Adenike says it helps you reach thousands of prospective customers from the comfort of your home. All right. Those are great, great responses. And Sharike has experienced more sales. That is really, really good. And she's reached out to more people at the same time. Awesome. So here's why businesses are going online. At the end of the day, you need to, if I tell you to have your business online, I need to back it up with facts. And these are facts from case studies, all right? So that you understand that over time, businesses, I mean, if you look at data over time, there's how social media has worked out for people and why it has worked out for people and why online. Why do you need to have your business online? So if you're looking at the data statistics, you can see that 1.7 billion people, we have 1.79 billion people who have shopped online just in last year. That is 2021. So 1.79 billion people have shopped online. These are your potential customers. So these are people who have access to internet, have access to smartphones. So if you have your business online, you have the possibility of reaching out to, probably not 1.79 billion people, but you get to reach out to more customers, more targets, more people within your target audience. All right. And 97% of people, 97% of people get to learn more about a business online than anywhere else. It's correct. So if probably you're selling electronics, all right, in Lagos. So you're an electronic shop in Lagos, and there's someone who wants to buy an electronic, say maybe a phone or a TV. They only have to go online. If you have a website, if you have a Facebook page, and they make a search online, they should be able, high chances they'll be able to see your business from the comfort of their homes, all right? So you increase your chances of people getting to know more about your business. And then 97% of 95% of purchases will be through e-commerce by 2040. So the number of people with access to internet, the number of people with access to smartphones is prorating upwards by the month, by the year. So by 2040, we have a likelihood of 95% of people shopping online. And how do businesses use the internet? How do businesses use the internet? So if if I decide to take my business online, obviously I would need the internet. So how would it benefit my business at the end of the day? The first thing, it helps the business to sell products so they can buy and sell products. All right. If they're buying, if it's a B2B business, they're able to reach out to other business, buy from them. And if it's a B2C, they're able to get their clients as well. All right. So the businesses are able to buy and sell products. They are also able to advertise. You can do advertisements through sponsored posts. I'm not sure if any of you have tried sponsored posts, but if you have, you can also let us know in the chat section and let us know if it has also worked for you. So you're also able to advertise. You can do organic or sponsored. You're also able to reach more customers. We have seen this with the responses that we've had in the chat section. Most people have talked about they've been able to reach out to more customers by having their business online. All right. So this is one of the benefits of taking your business online, and then you're able to research your competition, because you have to look at what your competitors are doing to know where you're standing in the market or what's working for them and try and emulate that. All right. So by also researching your competition, you're able to create a unique value proposition for your business. All right. So building your online presence. How do you get to increase your online presence, and how do you get to build your online presence? All right. How do you get to build your online presence? All right. So there are very many ways that you can get to build your online presence. Could be maybe you can decide to create social media pages. You can decide to have a website. You can decide if it's a website, you can decide to have maybe a display website or an e-commerce website. If you want to take your business to an online marketplace, there are several ways you can build an online presence for your business. And this is what we're going to cover. All right. So there are different types of platforms that you can try and leverage on for taking your business online. You can have your own website. I've talked about this. All right. You can also use social media. By using social media, you have to try and see where your target audiences really are and the kind of platforms that they're using frequently to be able to know the social media platform to use and the one that will work for you. All right. You can decide if you're a startup business, you can start with one or two, maybe Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, and see what's working for you. All right. But you can always change along the way depending on insights you get about your audience and how they interact with the different social media platforms. You can also decide to have your business online, like have it on an online directory. If you interacted with Yellow Pages, that is what I mean, an example of what I mean. And then you can also have your business in an e-commerce platform. All right. So why e-commerce in Africa? Why e-commerce in Africa? We have um, around 400 million internet users in Africa alone. And we are second only to China, all right? So 400 million people in Africa have access to the internet. Can you imagine the number of clients you would be able to reach out to if you try and utilize social and internet really well for your business? Another thing, 10% of retail sales, 10% of retail sales with an estimated value of 75 billion will be made by 2025. So we are looking at past experiences and then projecting how this is going to work out for business in the future. So we're looking at, we are in 2022, 3 years from now, 3 years from now, that's in 2025, we'll have an estimated value of 75 billion revenue. All right. And this is just 10% of retail sales. Okay. And then $16.5 billion revenue generated from e-commerce in 2017. So, like I mentioned, we've looked at past experiences and past instances, past case studies, and been able to project how e-commerce, how the internet is going to help businesses grow at the end of the day and where we are going to be at. All right. So it helps in decision making, if internet is the way to go or is not the way to go. So it helps in giving you data. All right. So if you're looking at going for or choosing e-commerce platforms, we have several e-commerce platforms that you can try and use. There's Amazon. All right. So Amazon allows for individuals and businesses to sell and display products online. I'm not sure if any of you have interacted with Amazon or Jumia, or you've tried to get, maybe you've bought products from Jumia, you've bought products from Amazon. I personally have interacted with Jumia. So you can just go onto the platforms, see how it's working, and if it's a place that you would like to place your business, then you can try also and use that for your business. All right. So there's Amazon and then there's Konga. Konga is Nigeria's leading e-commerce platform. And of course, there's also Jumia. So those are some of the e-commerce platforms that you can try and use for your business. And then talking about online marketplaces. All right. Talking about online marketplaces, we have Kilimall and Bidabuy, and then there's Gigi. All right. So these are online platforms where you can take your business to try and interact with your clients and make them to buy from you. All right. So you can also try and use online marketplaces besides e-commerce. So just try and see what will work for you and use that. All right. And then in terms of having online business directories, I did mention example like the Yellow Pages. So you can try and put your business details on online directories. Could be the name of your business, your location, contact details, your website. So if someone wants to look for your business, all the information regarding your business is in the directories, all right? And they're able to reach out to you easily, okay? Let me see. Do we have any questions up to where we are now? But I think Sandra and Lauren are doing a good job in the chat section, responding to your queries. So if there's any that I've missed, I'll come back and look at those. Now, how do you get to list an online business directory? How do you get listed on an online business directory? First of all, you need to register your business details. So you have to register your business details and, of course, input your contact details, the business sector that you're in. Are you in the manufacturing industry? Are you in the hotel industry? You have to give that information, because this information is provided to your audiences. They're segregated, all right? So they're segregated in terms of industries. So just ensure that you give the correct details about your business to help your customer get all the details easily, all right, for your business. And you can also list down your country. Where is your business located? Okay. And then on social media, how do you place your business on social media? How do you place your business on social media? So assuming you want to start an online page, either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, the first thing you need to do is to sign up. All right. If you do not already have an account, you need to sign up. So you have to sign up and then create your username. If you are Beryl, I did mention my name is Beryl. So if my shop is Beryl's shop, so I need to have my name. And then I need, if you have a logo, you can have the logo as your profile picture. All right. And then photos of maybe your products or whatever it is you're offering as the cover image, I mean the cover photo, all right? So you need to have a lot of pictures, and human beings are very visual, all right? So try to use a lot of appealing images for your social media sites, all right? And also add the business details. This could be the number they can reach out to you in, could be the website, could be you can also add your hours of operations, all right, on your social media pages, so that your customers can know when you're open, when you're closed, when they can be able to reach out to you, all right? So I'll pause for questions at this juncture. I'll try and pick one or two questions before I move along, but I see Sandra has done a really good job. Sandra and Lorian have done a really good job responding to your questions. I'm just trying to check if there's any that I have missed. Do we have any questions? All right, Adenike, the statistics on e-commerce in Africa is very impressive. Yeah, so that is something maybe that can help you make a decision on whether you want to, have your business on e-commerce or something like that. So Tomisin says, I also want to learn how to use podcasts as a marketing strategy. All right. These sessions, there are several sessions throughout this training, all right? So I think most of the strategies that you're going to use for your marketing will be covered. So make sure you attend all, if not most of the sessions. Make sure you don't miss any of the sessions and get to learn more about that, all right? So developing your e-commerce offering. This is the second agenda that we are going to cover for this session, developing your e-commerce offering. How can you develop your e-commerce offering? All right. If you have an e-commerce site or if you've tried placing your business on an e-commerce platform, you can also let us know. Yes, it would be good to learn from you as well. Know if it's working out for you. We would like to know if you've tried e-commerce before. Please let us know. If you've tried e-commerce before, please let us know. But the steps that you can undertake while placing your e-commerce, your business on e-commerce, the first thing would be to pick a domain name. You need a name that will help people reach out to you. So if they search for that name, it brings your business, all right? So this domain name has to be unique to your business, all right? So that it doesn't confuse your audiences, so that when they click on the name, they are redirected to another business. So make sure you pick a unique business name that would make it easier for your clients to find you. all right? So make sure you pick a domain name, all right? And as mentioned on the screen is the address where customers can access your website, all right? So if my website is, sorry, if my website is www.berylshop, maybe berylshop.or.ke, my domain name will probably be Beryl's shop. All right. So the domain name redirects your clients to your website, right? And it more or less has to almost be the same, all right, so that it's not confusing to your target audience, all right? Then while picking the name, you also need to secure the name. You need to secure the name, and there are several platforms that you can try and use to secure your domain name. The first is GoDaddy. All right, you can try and use GoDaddy. So make sure you write these names down or you screenshot this slide so that you don't forget. If you would like to use any of these platforms anytime in the future, you have the screen grab to refer to or your notes to refer to. All right. So you can use GoDaddy, Domain King, and Bluehost. All right. You can use GoDaddy, Domain King, and Bluehost to try and secure your domain name. All right. So you can see under GoDaddy, you get domains, you get a website builder and an SSL. So SSL is the security certificate for your website. If you've clicked on several websites, you'll see that the URL will show http stroke business name, stroke businessname.com. All right. So http shows that it is not a secure website. If you secure if you get an SSL for your site, it's going to show HTTPS. All right. So the final S after P shows that it is a secure site. So always ensure you get an SSL certificate for your website. It helps in securing your website from hackers, So try and get a security certificate for your website. Okay. Then once you secure your domain name, you need to build your site. Depending on the resources that you have, you can have, if you want a professional website, you can have website developer develop that for you. So that is also dependent on your resources. But if you don't have the resources, you can try and self-create your own website. You can go to wix.com and try and build your own website from scratch. You can also try WordPress. It also gives you some it also gives you the platform to try and create your own website. All right. So try and use that for yourself as well. So build your own site and make sure when you're building the site, you're inputting information that resonates with your audience, and you're also using a lot of images. All right. So utilizing and customizing templates while you're building your website, especially if you're using the free sites like Wix. Make sure you use templates that are probably colorful and probably have the same, if not brand colors, the same as your brand colors, all right? Because you want some bit of uniformity when you're communicating to your target audience, all right? So you can try and get some templates and customize these templates to how you would want them, to how you would want your target audience to see them, all right? And then you need to upload content. But when you're uploading content, you need to have done a lot of research. There are several tools, and this will be covered in subsequent sessions. There are several tools that you can use to gain insights, especially on keywords, which you can optimize on your website. So if you use the correct keywords, it helps with your SEO, all right? So make sure you use keywords that have shown that, that your target audiences are really using, and make sure you're sharing content that is relatable to your target audience. So it's not just content. This is content that is really targeted, and it's content that is optimized. All right. So you need to have done a lot of research, especially in terms of keywords and the kind of content your target audience is consuming. All right. And then what are the best practices when creating content for your website? What are the best practices when creating content for your website? I think I have mentioned this before, I mean, in the last slide, you need to prioritize your audience, all right? This means when you understand their problems, when you understand their pain points, then you know how to position yourself. You know the kind of content they are consuming. You know what they want to know. So try and prioritize that to curate content for your business. All right. And then do a lot of research on your competitors. You know, if your competitor, if you're doing a search and you see your competitor's website is appearing in the top ranks, I mean, and most people are going to their site, you need to know what's working for them. All right. And you can try and emulate that. All right. So when you're also researching your competitors, I did mention it helps you come up with your unique selling point. So this is something that you also need to communicate to your target audience to show how different you are, to show the value proposition your business is bringing to them, or how your business is better than your competitors. All right. Then you need to learn a lot on search engine optimization basics. All right. So once I did mention when you're optimizing your keywords for your website, it helps with your SEO. All right. And your website needs to be user friendly. It also needs to be user friendly, which helps with the consumer journey, which at the end of the day reduces the bounce rate, and it helps with your clients having a smooth user journey. So everything is connected. All right. It's like a puzzle. All right. You cannot your business cannot thrive if one part is missing, like machine parts. All right. So every part has to work with each other. All right. So how can you go above and beyond with e-commerce? You can try and use plugins. Plugins are additional softwares that you can input on your website to give it additional features. All right. So could be promotion and discount code tools. If you're having a discount code, you can have that plugin on your website. You can have an easy checkout on your website to help with the user journey as well. SEO on your website, email marketing. So you can have, if you are doing a lot of email marketing, you can sync the tool with your website. So it helps with that as well. And then if you have multiple payment options, if you're using maybe PayPal, PesaPal, Flutterwave, you can input this as plugins on your website. All right. So where do you get these plugins? Where do you get these plugins? You can get them from WooCommerce, all right, Easy Digital Downloads, or WP e-commerce, all right. So you can download the plugins from this site. Depending on what kind of plugins that you want, you can download them from this site and input them on your website. All right. So it gives your website additional features. All right. So how do you make sure your website is mobile friendly? And I did mention whatever decision that you make, you need to factualize it. So you need to have facts that that help you give, like you're able to. I'm saying if I make this decision right now about my business, I can back it up with facts on why I did that. All right. So you can see that there are 2.41 billion people who who shopped online worldwide in 2021. That's alone in 2021. All right. 2021, 2.41 billion people shopped online. All right. So this gives you a sense of the number of people who are online and who are willing to shop online. All right. So, and then there are also 21 million online shoppers across Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya. If you're looking at the three countries, we have 21 million people who are online shoppers. All right, just in the three countries. So if you're looking at having your business and then probably expanding your market to any of the three countries, this is the number that you're looking at in terms of probable clients. All right. And then 50% of consumers shop more on mobile than in store. All right. 50% of consumers shop more on mobile than in store. Just the same way like ordering food online. Sometimes they might want some KFC and it's not probably near where I stay. I have to get a bus to the KFC shop. But I have an alternative. I can just go online, and make my order online and it will be delivered to my place. So this is what happens. 50% of consumers shop more on mobile than in store. Okay. So once you've created your website, we've talked about creating your website, if you're having it on an e-commerce platform, if you need to have additional features to it, how do you check that your website is mobile friendly? How do you check that your website is mobile friendly? All right. So in terms of maybe the speed, so there's a link that will be posted in the chat section. If you have a website already, you can click on the link and input your website URL and see the performance of your website in terms of speed and if it is mobile friendly. I will be taking questions again at this juncture. Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Do we have any questions? Let me see. Abimbola says, more people from far and near, some I will never meet physically. All right. I think there's a whole conversation before that, and I'm only reading the latest comments. Okay. So Latifat says, I also have a Facebook business page and also working on Instagram page. Business has not been good. I am beginning to be discouraged. No, Latifa. So you don't need to be discouraged. I think as much as you're having your business online, you need to um, try and understand your target audience first because it's about them. So try and understand what your target audience needs. It begins from there. So first understand what your target audience needs, what are their challenges, what is the solution your business is offering to your challenge, and try and communicate that. Also make sure that the platforms that you are using are platforms that your target audience is located. Okay. So it all boils down to that. There's a whole lot of sessions that are coming up and you're going to learn more about that. So don't give up yet. Just try and really learn more on how online can work for you and try and use that. Okay. So how to utilize social media to drive sales? How can you utilize social media to drive sales? How can you utilize social media to drive sales? Okay. So we're going to look at how you can use either Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp to drive sales for your business. How can social media benefit your business? I know I asked more or less a similar question when we started the session, but maybe you can also just let us know how can social media benefit your business? How can social media benefit your business? Latifa says, I also have a Gigi page, though I didn't pay for ads because I'm not sure if I would get any sales. All right. So before you make any marketing decisions, just take a lot of time in coming up with a strategy. All right. Because it helps you in, understanding your journey and understanding the kind of resources that you can put in to ensure that you get sales at the end of the day. All right. So, how can social media benefit your business? How can social media benefit your business? KK Rejoice says social media business online saves you from paying shop rent. All right. Or, of course, it reduces that overhead cost of rent. And then they thereby additional the money to increase your goods, get visibility, even those not in your locality. Correct. I do know of furniture shop here in Kenya that they sell furniture and they do not have an online. They do not have a physical store, and they make sales of up to 1 million Kenyan shillings in a week. That's only in a week. They make sales of around 1 million in a week just by selling furniture online. They do not even have a physical store. So it's all about understanding how you can use that social media for your business. All right. Understanding your target audience really well. Understanding the kind of marketing campaigns that can work for you, because not all of them can work for you. All right. So Adenke says, as stated earlier, social media will effortlessly project your business into massive visibility of over 1 billion users. I can see you have backed that up with facts, and I love that statement. Thank you so much, Adenike. So we will just move on. The benefits that you get from having your business online. The first thing is to generate more sales. All right, you get to generate more sales because you get to reach more people outside the geographical location where you're located at, and then you add value to your brand. You add value to your brand. You also get to improve your marketing. You also get to improve your marketing depending on the kind of marketing strategies that you're using. And then you build relationships and networks, which is very important. And it helps you to stay competitive because you learn a lot about your competitors. You learn a lot about the industry that you're in. So it helps you in making decisions to help you stay ahead of the game. Okay. So how do you set up a social strategy? How do you get to set up a social strategy? So these are 5 components that you're going to look at on how to set up a social strategy. The first thing is your audience. I have emphasized this from when I started this session. The first thing is your audience. Who are your audience? You need to understand your audience. You need to understand what they're interested in, what influences them. So this is like what are the pain points, all right? And then when are they usually online? Which social media do they use? You can also get to know if it's where they work, all these things, the kind of devices that they're using, what time they're usually online. So you need to understand a lot about your behavior, your audience, and their behaviors. It helps you in making a decision on your social strategy. The next thing you need to do is to have your business goals. All right. You need to define your goals as a business. When you're setting up your strategy, I need to know as a business, what do I want at the end of the day? Do I just want to make sales? Do I want awareness? Do I want just engagement? Do I just want followers? What do I want to achieve at the end of the day? So these are just examples of goals that you can have for your business. Remember, and I won't go into detail in this session, it will be covered in other sessions. You need to curate smart goals for your business. So these are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound goals for your business. And then picking a platform. So picking a platform will take you back to your audience, all right? When you are looking at the audience, we talked about which social media do they use. So it also helps you in coming up with this decision on the kind of social platform that you want to put your business on, all right? So, and also when you're putting out your platforms, you need to test, learn, and try. You need to always keep testing. Nothing is cast on stone, okay? So you need to be very flexible and understand that you cannot have one strategy running across all the other platforms. Each platform works differently. So you need to understand the features of each platform and have different strategies for each. All right. And then you need to also come up with the tone of voice for your business. How do you want to portray your business to your audiences? You need to have brand guidelines on on how you communicate to your audience. Your logo use. You need to have a logo. All right, that is the first thing. You need to have a logo as a business. So, and also the use of that logo, the fonts and colors, it helps you. This also helps you in coming up with creatives for your business. So when you're coming up with creatives, you make sure that you have your logo in it. It has your brand colors. What are the do's and don'ts? If there's a crisis online, do you have a crisis mitigation plan? Do you have a plan on, like a brand reputation plan? So these are some of the things that you need to put into account, and also your style of images. All right. Then how do you define success? How do you define success? Is as a business, what does success look like for you? Is it gaining more sales? Is it having more followers? Is it probably having more positive customer reviews in terms of the service that you're offering them, the number of calls? So it all depends. What does success look like for your business? how do you define success for your business? All right. So which social media platforms does your business use? Um, which social media platforms does your business use? I saw, is it, I don't know. I did see a comment. I'm trying to look for it. She had mentioned that has a Facebook page, and she has a Facebook page and Instagram, but it's not working out for you. So we're also going to look at the different features of each platform and what you can use for that. But meanwhile, the attendance link has been dropped in the chat section. Please make sure you fill out this attendance form before the session ends. The link will not be shared after this session. So make sure you fill out this form before the session ends. It has been pinned on the screen. It has been pasted in the chat section. Make sure you fill it out and input the correct names for your certificate. Okay? So fill it out and have the correct names for your certificate. And then I have a response from Kelechi, says she uses Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. All right? So this is the last part of this session. We're going to talk about the different social media platforms and their features. So Twitter is mostly for quick fire conversations. There's a lot of trends that go on and on Twitter. All right, and if you want to have a quick fire conversations with your audiences or something like that, so this is the platform that you would want to use. All right, and we talked about, when you're creating a social media platform, make sure you sign up. Of course, have your profile picture. Your profile picture most of the time has to be your logo. So if you don't have a logo, try and come up with a logo. You can use Canva to create a logo for your business, or you can have a designer create a logo for you. All right. So you can also use hashtags. It helps with knowing trending topics. So make sure you try and use hashtags. You can run polls on Twitter. You can retweet, engage. You can also pin important tweets that you want people to, when they get to your page, is the first thing that they read before they go to your content. So you can also use the pin feature to communicate important messages. And then on Facebook, I think most of us are on Facebook. So with Facebook, Facebook gives you the opportunity to, you can share details about your business. You can share what your business is about. You can give working hours. You can link it to your website. All right. So you can link your Facebook page to your website. You can have your contact details. And if you sync it with your WhatsApp number, then your clients, that's the WhatsApp business. If you link it with your WhatsApp business, your clients are able to be redirected straight even to your WhatsApp from Facebook. All right. So if you have a WhatsApp business, make sure you sync it with your Facebook page. It helps with communication. Okay. And then you also have a call to action button, which is very important. It's the action that you want your clients to take when they come to your site. All right. So Facebook also gives you the feature of using GIFs and videos as part of your content. All right. So, and then there's also Instagram. Instagram is a very visual platform. So make sure you post a lot of appealing creatives. So use colors that are very appealing, use content that is very appealing. All right. So that is one of the best features of of Instagram. And then Instagram has a lot of influencer based on it. So also try and follow these influencers, especially those who are in your industry. All right. It helps you in learning a lot of industry news and gives your business an opportunity to at least gain like-minded followers. So these are followers who are highly likely interested in your products or service. All right. So with also LinkedIn is a very professional site. So if you're looking at recruiting, this is a site that you can use if you want to build a professional network. And then LinkedIn is mostly works out for thought leadership. So you can be a thought leader on LinkedIn. You can be the go-to page for learning industry news in the sector that you are in. So you can try and use LinkedIn to work for your business in terms of probably brand brand awareness. Okay. So those are the different features that you can try and leverage on that can help you in making a decision on the kind of social media platform that will work for you. So this is the last part of this session. If there are any questions at this stage, do we have any questions at this stage? Do we have any questions? I'll just remind you, please, to make sure you fill in the attendance form. And then when the session started, for those who joined us a bit late, you missed the communication. So there's a WhatsApp group that you have to join. It helps with communication. So all the details about upcoming sessions will be communicated in the WhatsApp group. The link has been pasted in the chat section by Sandra. Make sure you click that link. Make sure you click the WhatsApp group link. Make sure you join the WhatsApp group so that you don't miss any future sessions. All right. And then I'll also mention again, tomorrow we have another session, same time, 10:30. So make sure you join tomorrow's session. And I know we are very busy with work and school, if at all. So from next week we'll have our sessions in the evening. All right. That is around 5 or 6. So just make sure for tomorrow you join for the morning session. Then from next week, we'll have evening sessions, right? And then you also have a chance to win a free e-commerce site by the fact of just by you joining our sessions, you have a chance of winning a free e-commerce website. So the link to that will also be pasted in the chat section. Make sure you fill that link. All right. And if you want to learn more, we have a boot camp that is ongoing for digital marketing. We have a boot camp that's going for digital marketing. You get to learn a lot in terms of how you can access funding, how you can prepare your business to access funding, how you can pitch, how can you pitch yourself, the kind of digital marketing strategies that you can use. And it's a free boot camp. So make sure you also sign up for the boot camp. The link will be posted again. So make sure you copy all these links and paste them on your browser. All right. You don't have to look at them right now so that you don't miss anything. So just copy these links, paste them on your browser, and then you can look at them later. The most important ones to fill out now is the attendance form and joining the WhatsApp group. Okay. So what are your next steps? If you also want to self-learn, there's this link, learndigital.withgoogle.com. You can go this link and self-teach yourself about everything and anything digital marketing. All right. Since you're all trying to connect, you can also go to our social media pages, Digital Skills for Africa on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and follow our sites. All right. You can also make sure you subscribe on our YouTube channel and you click the bell button to get notifications of future trainings. All right. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell icon to get notifications of future trainings. You can also follow us. I did mention I'm a trainer with Impact Her. So you can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Impact Her, and follow our social media pages. All right. So let me see if there's any questions that I missed. I don't think I missed any question. Lomani, must you run an ad to create brand awareness? You don't need to run an ad to create brand awareness. You can. It gives you more chances of reaching your target audience because ads are very targeted. But you can, for brand awareness, you can also do boosted posts. You can try boosted posts, all right? But you can also try and in terms of brand awareness, there's so many ways that you can do it. So if you have if you're working with a blogger or if you know a blogger, you can have them maybe talk about, if they're talking about a blogger who's in your industry, all right? So you can have them, it's called, what is it called? Input your link to your site as part of their content. So it also helps in redirecting people. There's a lot of ways that you can get brand awareness that does not necessarily have to be sponsored ads. Okay, but all this will be covered in the next sessions, because we can't cover everything right now. Okay. Yeah. And then Sandra has mentioned display ads works best for brand awareness, correct? And that is also right. If you decide to go the sponsored way, display ads work best for brand awareness. Right. Chiamaka says, please Sandra send the WhatsApp group link. So this is the end of the session today. If you enjoyed the session, you can also let us know. If you found it insightful, you can let us know. It's also important to get your feedback. What do you think we can do better? So you can also let us know. It's 3 minutes past time, and I think that's it. So it's goodbye for today. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, same time. Okay? Bye. Let me see.